preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. 8-8 the score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal? In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on.
There he goes, right side. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Edwards is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the lead at 8. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And Wilson with it, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Tua going to try and throw for it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returning it, Justice Hill. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.